Welcome back to the Digital Hustle Podcast, everyone. So glad to have you here. Hey, before we jump in, if you're serious about hitting that $10,000 a month mark online, I've got something special for you. Check out the very first link in the description when you get a chance. But for now, let's get into today's topic. We are tearing down the sales pitch for a crypto course called the Titan's Edge Formula. Our goal here isn't to say if the course is good or bad, but to really understand the genius marketing techniques they use to get people excited. We're going to see what makes this pitch tick. Okay, let's dive right in. The very first thing you see is this, wow, just give me 5 short days. This is the hook, and it is massive. They're not messing around. They hit you with a super short time frame, just 5 days, and then this absolutely astronomical financial claim. A $2 million system? A 24,000% explosion? I mean, come on, that's designed to make you slam on the brakes and ask, wait, what? How on earth is that even possible? So right after that huge hook, they do something really smart. They immediately start talking about your frustrations. They list out these pain points that so many of us feel. Being fed up, feeling stuck, watching those dreams of making it online just kind of fade. If you find yourself nodding along to any of these, well, that's the pitch working on you. It's basically saying, hey, I get it, I know exactly where you're at, and positioning itself as the answer. And here it is, the core promise, all boiled down into one killer sentence. They're talking about huge returns, like 100 to 2,400% profits, with a really small time commitment, less than an hour a day. But here's the real magic. It's not just what they promise you'll get, it's what they promise you won't have to do. No products, no marketing, no worrying about traffic. They're basically saying you get all of the good stuff with none of the usual headaches. Okay. But a promise that big needs a pretty incredible way to make it happen, right? You can't just say that without backing it up. This is where the pitch starts to introduce its unique method. And notice how they frame it. It's not just some common strategy you can Google. No, it's a secret methodology from a hidden crypto world. Now, you gotta pay close attention to the language they're using right here. Words like buried deep and few know about. That's powerful stuff. It creates this intense feeling of exclusivity. This isn't just information anymore. It's a secret that you're about to be let in on. It makes you feel like you're about to join this exclusive club that nobody else gets to be a part of. And boom, the secret gets a name. Microcap coins. This is how they make the secret feel real and tangible. They're defining a very specific niche inside the huge, often confusing world of crypto. And I love this analogy of finding tiny wee flecks of gold. It takes a complex idea and turns it into something simple, exciting, and, well, profitable. So, to make sure this secret doesn't feel overwhelming, they break the whole thing down into this super simple 5-step process. This is just brilliant. It makes the entire system feel totally achievable, like something anyone can do. It reinforces that core idea that you don't need to be some kind of expert to get these results. Just rinse and repeat. All right, so you've got the giant promise and you've got the secret method, but the big question in your mind is probably, yeah, but does it actually work? The pitch knows you're thinking that, so it immediately switches gears to build some serious credibility. A claim this big needs proof, and that's what this next part is all about. They don't use round numbers, they use these incredibly specific figures. Think about it. 2,772% feels way more real and documented than just saying over 2,500%. That level of detail makes the claim feel super tangible and lets you easily imagine turning your own $100 into almost $3,000. It's a powerful psychological trick. Then they pair those big numbers with testimonials from real people, or at least verified students. This adds that crucial human element. It's not just the creator having success. It's regular folks like Kristen B. And when she says they've had wins over 80% of the time, that suggests this isn't just a lottery ticket, it's a consistent system. Seeing breakdowns like this is exactly why we do this show. If you're getting value out of this deconstruction, do me a quick solid and hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to the Digital Hustle podcast. It helps us keep bringing you this content. Okay, so after the testimonials, they hit you with this rapid-fire list of wins. One after another, just bam, bam, bam. Seeing all these huge percentages back-to-back really hammers home the idea that these incredible results are not a fluke. They're a regular outcome of the system. Okay, so at this point, the promise has been made, the proof has been shown, you're probably leaning in, right? You're primed. Now, and only now, does the pitch finally pull back the curtain and show you what they're actually selling. It's time to reveal the product and the offer. And here we go. This is a classic marketing move called price anchoring, and it is so effective. First, they establish this normal price of almost $3,000. They want that number stuck in your head. Then, bam, they reveal today's price is just 19 bucks. The contrast is so huge that your brain just immediately thinks, wow, that's an absolutely insane deal. It makes the offer feel irresistible. Next, they frame the purchase as something much bigger than just a course. You're not buying information, you're buying a transformation. Look at this clear before and after picture they paint. It shifts the focus from the logical price of $19 to the emotional value of what you want to achieve: clarity, results, and wealth without worry. It's all about the destination, not the vehicle. And if you thought the deal couldn't get any better, they start value stacking. They just keep piling on bonus after bonus. A Discord community, transcripts, a live Q&A, a bonus seat for your spouse, even a chance to win $1,000. Each one of these adds another layer of perceived value, making that tiny $19 price tag look like an absolute no-brainer. So the offer is on the table, the value is stacked to the ceiling. What's the last piece of the puzzle? Well, it's getting you to act right now. The final goal of any great sales pitch is to turn your interest into a sale immediately. To do that, they roll out the closing tactics. A simple number like this is a super powerful closing tool. It does two things at once. First, it creates scarcity, that feeling of FOMO, the fear of missing out. It makes it seem like spots are limited and they're disappearing fast. And second, it's social proof. Hey, if 128 other people have already jumped on this, it must be the right move, right? It reinforces that buying is the smart decision. To handle any last-minute hesitation, they lay out the entire 5-day plan for you. Seeing a clear, structured schedule with tangible goals for each day just removes all the uncertainty. It makes the whole process feel totally manageable and well thought out, not some chaotic mess. It gives you confidence in what you're buying. And here it is, the final push. The language here makes the decision feel like a simple binary choice. You can either stay where you are, feeling stuck and frustrated, or you can grab this opportunity before someone else does. It's a very direct call to action that hits that urgency button one last time. So what really makes a financial promise like this so compelling? As we've seen, it's never just one thing. It's a perfectly engineered formula. You start with a huge hook to grab attention, you introduce a secret method to make people feel special, you pile on overwhelming proof to kill their skepticism, you make an irresistible offer, and you finish with powerful urgency to force a decision. Understanding this formula is just key. And hey, if after seeing this breakdown you're curious about the system itself, I'll put a link to the Titan's Edge formula in the description for you to check out. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll catch you on the next one.